Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS. Salutations to you brothers who's pushing the truth to the four corners, highways and byways. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Now, I want to go in a couple precepts on what is the most beautiful thing about the kingdom. Let's get it. This is Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 5, reading from 5. It says, "Who serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things," right? As Moses was admonished of the power, Yahweh, when he was about to take the tabernacle. For see, said he, that thou make all things according to the pattern showed to thee in the mountain. Alright, so the things that we even practice, and the things that are even holding up, even to the first covenant that we had, basically is a shadow of the things to come, right? A shadow of heavenly things. That's why we practice unto perfection, because we strive to be imperfect. Keeping the laws 100%. Should we strive for that? We keep the righteous acts. We keep the precept of Yahweh Hashem Yershai. We try not to forget. Right? So these things are working of what is the glory in the kingdom. Right? So it says verse 6, "But now that he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises." Alright, and who is that mediator? That mediator is Yahushai. Alright, upon a more excellent ministry, to establish upon a better promise. Right, let me see what it is. It says, verse 7, "For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second." Alright, so the first covenant that we had, the blood covenant with the saints, with the lamb's blood, and he sprinkled it upon the people, and the people said, "Though whatever the Lord that said, that shall we do." What is written, right? So that had fault, and that fault is that we had, the animal sacrifice, and we had, and that whole law was basically a practice, or a shadow of things to come, and not of the original image, but there's a shadow. Okay. Verse 8, it says, "For finding fault within them, he said, Behold, the days come, said Yahweh power, I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah." So southern and northern kingdom here, right? The whole covenant is unto Yasharallah, right? That's a new covenant. Let's see what the new covenant is about. Verse 9, "According to the covenant that I made," it says, "not according to the covenant that I had made with their fathers in the days when I took them by the hand and lead them out of the land of Egypt." Right, that's in first Exodus. Alright, it says, "Because they continue not in my covenant, and regarded them not, said Yahweh." Yeah, because Israel was disobedient. Even unto this day, Israel disobedient. They don't keep the laws. They were following after other gods. They even abuse the sacrifice. Stuff like that. Right? There was no faith, no brotherly love. It was all dying away because men more do these practices just for custom. Alright? And not of the love of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. It wasn't in their mind. It was all about the flesh, pleasing the flesh. Right? Like how these people would deal with these idols. Believe in order to get the way in life, or to make shines. In other words, to make things clear, or to make things okay with the gods or the idols, they go and do a sacrifice and believe all is all good. That they've been pardoned for all the pardon for all of the outstanding, like the God is sitting waiting for some food, or these people will have meat, certain offerings. They will dip in the sea 3 times and all these nonsense. Like the Elams and the monks and the Falun Dafas, these weird people, the Rastafarians. The smoking of the weed to get you high grade, to make you elevate, to hear the highest of the higher. You brothers know what you're talking about with these fools. With Muhammad, bow down, you must bow down to the a man must bow down, go at the Kaaba and bow one time in his life at least. All the bullshit. Right, but the point is, Israel was going off because of what? The first covenant at fault. Alright? Verse 10, it says, for this is the covenant. Yes, reading on in verse 9, it says, because they continued not in my covenant and regarded them not, saith Yahweh. Verse 10, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. Alright? So this is after the second Exodus. Alright, it says, said Yahweh. Right, and we're really and truly we in the beginning of that new covenant. Yahweh had come and make himself, the lamb and the sacrifice. So it's he that believeth on him. Remember, Yahweh say, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the light. So they that are the disciples, they that are the one that believe in Yahweh, they that the ones in that look for that mediator. Alright? They're the one that's going to enter into that covenant, firsthand. Alright, they're starting with the elect and the 1/3 women and children. And, the families. Going on, it says, for this is the new covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said Yahweh. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. Alright, so what was the main thing and what's the most beautiful thing? It says here, I will put my laws into their mind, alright, and write them in their hearts. So what it's saying, we be obtaining bodies, new minds that we won't be able to go off. We wouldn't be able to be worried of temptation. We wouldn't feel threatened. We wouldn't feel like, hey, if we lose out on wickedness, we lose out on a great excitement or something great. We would be the commander of ourselves to righteousness. Right? With the heart that the Yahweh that given us, we will no longer be in fear, but we would be in the love of Yahweh. That love that he had bestowed upon us, we would be in his care and his light forever. Even when there's time of being literally lonely, we wouldn't even feel lonely, because we had obtained that covenant. We're gonna be even greater than the angels. Alright? It says here, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know Yahweh power, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. So ain't gonna be no kind of Hey, you got to know Yahweh Shemir Shai. You know, Lord, this brother you're going off, and this brother you can't do this, brother this, because every man is going to be in his correct mind. Every man is going to be in his correct state. You see? From the least to the greatest children. Oh, in this world they talk about, hey, children already know what they want to be from a young age. You know, they're pushing the transgender shit and the homosexuality. In the kingdom, children really going to know what's correct. We're going to enjoy our children. Our women going to be in order. You see? You know, we're not going to forget the Sabbath. We're not going to forget the feast days. We're not going to be absent-minded. You know, forgetful about the precepts and the wisdom. Alright? Verse 12. You see, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquity I will remember no more. Hey, and that's beautiful, because hey, there's a precept, you know, second is just let not your sin weigh you down, for your helper will be right. Alright? Because hey, sins is what got us here, that we in that hopeful state, that we just gotta, you know, fuel off of the little faith that we have. Verse 13, it says, in that he said, a new covenant he hath made, the force old, now that which decay and waxeth old is ready to vanish. Yeah, because the minute we out to this place, that's the end yet. And you know, on to the new one. You know, for that we gotta give our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, for that mercy and you know, they giving us the new covenant. Alright? Let me get another precept. Close out with. This is Baruch chapter 4. I'm going to read from 1. It says, this is the book of the covenant of the power, and the laws that endure it forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Alright, and that's going to be given to our inward part, you know, in our mind. Are we going to be living forever, as it said? The commandments is life forever, and do it forever. Right? Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Hey, and we're going to be illuminated forever, according to, you know, Daniel 12. The ones of the greater light. Alright? It says, give not thine honor to another, nor the thing that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. Hey, and the nations ain't this is the beautiful thing about it. Ain't gonna be in no scripts or in no books that nation could destroy and take, you know, and use them for the benefits or stuff like that, and to keep us in oppression. No, that would literally be of us, in our DNA. Alright? Nothing that could be tampered with. Alright? Verse 4 says, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to Yahweh power are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You know? And again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakodash. You know, double honors to the elders and the apostles of JMS. Salutations to you, brothers, who's pushing this truth. 4 corners, highways, and byways. You know, continue pushing we out to this place. Alright? And to you few aquats, continue help, you know, striving and being by your husband's side. Because all we are all that we have in this kingdom, you know. We all that we have in this fight, in this last fight. Now is not the time to be running to no nations or anything like that, you know. Just keep focused. Yahweh Shemir Shai. You know, trust the process, trust these prophecy, trust these words, and trust the promise, trust the word of Yahweh Shemir Shai. Hey, Shalom, Brakatah.